Hey, yo, what's good, man? It's your boy, Derek Branch of Strike7Sports.com. Today, I just want to talk about a very intriguing topic that I would like to discuss with y'all. I've noticed, based on what I've observed online, on social media, more in particular on Twitter, and that's the ongoing discussions, debates of why Memphis has been denied entry into one of the Power 5 conferences in college football and college athletics, more particularly with college football, because this is what it's mainly about. You got the ACC and the Big 12. That's the ones that a lot of people point to when they talk about Memphis going to the Power 5, the SEC. Even though the SEC, Memphis is in the SEC's geographical footprint, between two Mississippi schools. That's always going to seem like a long shot unless a miracle happens. But ACC or Big 12 is like the realistic possibilities. But they have decided to look the other way. And one of the reasons why, some people came up with these theories online on Twitter that the biggest reason why Memphis has been denied entry into these conferences is because of that crime problem, that ongoing crime issue in the city, and its reputation as being one of the one of the America's most dangerous cities. With the carjackings, the robberies, the speeding on the interstate, the fast chases with the police, shootouts with the police. There's all kind of just transgressions that's going on right now, but I'm not trying to absolve Memphis of anything, but it's kind of like going on everywhere, though. It kind of is, but to me, I don't think this has a lot to do with crime. Why Memphis has been denied entry into these conferences. But sometimes I do wonder what these people think about, what these people are saying behind closed doors on being hesitant to not advice, but hesitant to lend open arms to Memphis to come into one of these conferences. I really do think about the crime issue in this area. But man, look, to me, man, I don't act like the way people talk online about Memphis, man, and the perception of it. They act like this is Baghdad or something, or being in Afghanistan or Pakistan or Syria or something. That's what they act like sometimes. For real. And I've been over them as a military veteran, a soldier. I've served, 3 tours over there. And I'd rather be here than over there. I'm just being real. I'd rather be here than in Iraq. I'd rather be here than Afghanistan. For real. I'm just being real. And so I just can't stand when people be online exaggerating. It's always people, that's outside of the city. I'm not it's not me trying to knock people that live in the suburbs or live in affluent areas, but it's always them that always say how bad Memphis is. They just do. I mean, it's true, but I don't think that it's crime. The crime issue is why that Memphis not in the Big 12. Even though I wonder sometimes, because nobody has really actually spoken to, no media member in the city has actually spoken to one of these people, one of these officials from the Big 12, and get answers, get quotes from them of why or what they're actually looking for when it comes to realignment, for teams to get realigned to the program, to these bigger conferences. I just don't have it. Nobody has the information. Nobody has came on, one of these radio shows and talked to and sit down and have a talk with one of the media members. They haven't, from the Big 12 or the ACC. The reason why, in my opinion, this is the way I see it, the reason why Memphis has not been allowed entry into those conferences is because of starting too late on on the strategy to build up their program, their football program more in particular, because this is mainly about football. Basketball is going to be fine. They started entirely too late, man. That renovation should have happened a long time ago. The actual facelift of the stadium, like the blueprint y'all see all the time now, that should have happened a long time ago. A long time ago. And also, even though record doesn't have anything to do with it, it does to a certain extent. Memphis started winning later on, after the 2000s. More like the 2010s. That's when it really started to get rolling. Because in the 2000s, I went and looked it up. It was some bad years. I'm going to make a comparison here. And to why they picked Cincinnati over Memphis as one of the teams to go to the Big 12. Cincinnati was winning prior to what we see now. Prior to them going to the playoffs, they had a winning season. They had a winning season prior in the COVID year. We went undefeated, almost beat Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. I believe that was the Sugar Bowl that was in. Almost beat Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. They went undefeated with Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly used to be for those that may not know, Brian Kelly used to be the head coach of Cincinnati. Brian Kelly used to be the head coach of Cincinnati. He went undefeated with the Bearcats before the CFP era even started. When it was still doing the bowl championship series, he went undefeated with Cincinnati, and he went to a major bowl, the Sugar Bowl. So they've had some squads, man, and they had people that had the ability to envision things of how the program is going to look, how the program should look, how the program is going to strategize to get into the play to the one of these bigger conferences. You know, sometimes you gotta have that vision. Your athletic director gotta have that vision of how great a program can be when nobody else believes in you, nobody else on the outside sees it, even your fan base. And that's what Cincinnati did. They got the new stadium. They built the on-campus stadium. They continue to find good coaches, continue to be consistent, have winning records, good players, utilize the transfer portal, all that stuff, man. Upgrade facilities, all that, man. Memphis doing that now, man, but it's to me, it's kind of a little too late for that, man. It just, market size may have something to do with it, but I just think that Memphis didn't upgrade the areas they need to upgrade in time enough to grab their attention. And winning to a certain extent matters. It does. Because what if they would have won that Cotton Bowl game against Penn State? And I say that because Tulane defeated USC in the Cotton Bowl. Months later, there's talk about them those rumors start to flare up of them possibly going to the Pac-12. Pac-4, whatever it is now. At the time, it was the Pac-12. You know what I'm saying? Just based off what we've seen on the field. That's just what it is now, man. It just, sometimes things trend like that. But I don't think it's the crime is like the number one issue, man. The perception of the city is the issue, because a lot of these other schools are like in high crime areas. Look at the University of Miami. They got a reputation they've had one of the baddest reputations in college football. If you watch that ESPN 30 for 30, all about the U. All them players that went to that program, the great players, grew up in bad areas in Miami. Did that hold them back? And this stadium situation was similar to what the Liberty Bowl is, the Orange Bowl. So it can't be crime and the reputation. And Cincinnati ain't no, it's not no big market. It's a small market. No SMU thing, that's a money grab. That's a money grab. You know, and based on what I heard today, from Pete Thamel and them, Pete Thamel, Brad McMurphy, those rumors of them going to the ACC and not taking no revenue in the first 5 years, they say that's false right now. That's false. It could still happen, but that's kind of like not really true. And Cal and Stanford going to the ACC, that might not happen as well. You know, but I don't think it's about the crime, man. You know, and I know I'm not directing this video, not sending shots at nobody that live in the suburbs. I live in the affluent areas, man. I'm just speaking in general of how people on the outside always got something to say about how bad the city is, man. You know, instead, bro, look, I try to highlight the good of the city, man. When you're speaking about Memphis in social media and in the public, try to highlight the good parts of the city, man. Because there's a lot of good things about this city that I like. I'm not from here originally. I'm really not. I'm not. You know, but I won't be out here bashing the city like that, bro. I don't get down like that, bro. For real. You know, but this ain't over though. This ain't over. You know, I don't think that's gonna happen to Stanford to SMU going to the ACC, and SMU going to ACC and along with Stanford and Cal. I don't think that's gonna happen, man. That's what people are saying online. The reporters are saying that's very unlikely. So that's, if you're a Memphis fan, that's good news, man. Because we don't need SMU to leapfrog Memphis, man. Just off of money. I've seen SMU games, man. Stadium half empty. You know, what fan base they got? What they offer in basketball? Penny Hardaway raided their roster all the time. He took two of their best players like a few years ago, but Jamar Young couldn't play, but Kendrick Davis, who came from SMU, he always raided the roster. So what they offer, man? Besides the money, the bag. The people in Dallas, it's about TV market as well, but do the people in Dallas watch those games? SMU games? When I hear about the Dallas market in college football, it's mostly about TCU and Texas Longhorns and Baylor to a certain extent. You know, so I don't think it's about crime and all that, and the perception of the city and things like that, and the violence, because that's violence everywhere. You know, and people need to stop acting like this is, like I said, people need to stop acting like this is Afghanistan or something, or being in Beirut or Lebanon or something, because it ain't that. It just ain't. So, and I said what I said, bro. So, I mean, you don't like it, bro. But I'm going to tell you like it is, bro. For real. You know. All right, man. That's all I have for y'all for right now. Let me get back in here, man. So, give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. Do you think that crime in the area is the reason why Memphis has not been allowed entry into the to the Power 5 conferences? All right. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.